This is for icons and icons only, but I just came back from the Wild Hearts documentary, and here are my takes. First of all, it was really cool to see, each girl highlighted. I feel like they did Sophia, why she's the leader, what's her role. They did Yoonchae, like, she's the youngest, but really she's the wisest or the most mature. Daniela, they did, like, really leaned into her being Latina and, like, a firecracker on stage and off stage. Then we go into Manon. We do mention Manon and her hiatus. They talk about, then Manon went on hiatus and it was hard for everybody, and like how great she was with the fans and how great she is. Like, they all seem to really love her. And then that kind of segues into mental health, and as we talk about mental health, we go into Megan. So how they segued it was they talked about Megan's hiatus when she hurt her back, and then it goes into a little bit about mental health, and they talk about mental health, and that's kind of the story they give Megan. We also go into Lara, and that's when we focus on like the Wild era. We do Touch, Gabriella, Gnarly, Pinky Up, and the Wild era. And as we get into the Wild era, they talk more about Lara and how confident she is, and how Lara always knew who she was from a young age. And that's my bias. And this was my favorite part because they talk about the song she wrote for the Wild EP and how she submitted songs before to the label and they rejected them. And she's actually just learning what it takes to make a good pop song. This one really came from all the girls' stories, and she's listening to them sing, and I just really liked that part. I also really like that they go into what happened after Gnarly dropped and how that impacted them. They've spoken about it before, how they were like, oh my god, our careers are over, oh my god, no one likes the song, but they really show like how that affected their practices and what they thought, and them watching people talk about Gnarly, and that was rough. I was like, man, I know that, my poor girls, but obviously it all worked out. I think the documentary really just encapsulates their journey up until this point, and I really enjoyed it. I think it really did give some insight. But yeah, overall 9 out of 10. I loved it.